Welcome to Truth and Company Boxing Podcast for another segment of 20 Random Questions. And today's guest is 13-time world champion Tori Nelson. Hello, Tori.
Hi, hello everyone.
I appreciate you taking time to come on.
Thank you. He wanted to say hi too. He was just saying hi, that's all.
Yeah, usually he's pretty quiet. Today he's not going to be a guest. No, earlier we were talking off air, so I just want to throw this out there because I was actually so excited for you to say this. You actually canceled your weekend plans because you were worried about the Wi-Fi for our interview today. So I thank you so much that you canceled your plans to do my podcast.
Oh, it is okay. You are important. This is important. That was just going to be fun. So I'm fine.
Okay. I don't want to feel guilty.
No, please don't. No.
So now
thank you for having me on.
Oh, no, it's a pleasure. I mean, it's not every day I get a 13-time world champion on my show. So
Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking of that, I've been thinking about this all week about your 13 belts, and I need to know this answer. Where are they? Where do you keep 13 world title belts?
Well, being that I travel a lot and I have to carry them sometimes to interviews or to settings, so I can't. Right now they're in a suitcase ready to roll.
But I mean, in the house, do you have like a couple different cabinets? Do you display them all over the house?
No, I really don't. I don't know why, but I used to have them in their own case, but that's when it was like 5. But now it's 13, like that would be a mighty big, sturdy case. But maybe I'll give one bill.
They need their own room in the house.
They do. They really do. And maybe I will. I don't know. I don't boast about it. And when people come, I don't know.
You're pretty humble about it.
Yes.
And like we were talking off air that that's got to be a world record, a female boxer to have 13 world titles.
And like I said, I never thought about it, but I'm definitely gonna get my coach to look at it and see.
Yeah, we need to have you contact the Guinness Book of World Records, and if that is a world record, your name needs to be in that book.
And you got that right. Yeah. So, thank you for that. Thank you.
Yeah. So if anybody knows that or knows anything about that, put it up in the comments or anything. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't know another female that's won 13 world titles. So that's right. Hey, you can do that all day. You earned it. So listen, are you ready for these 20 random questions?
Yes, I am ready. Let's go.
Okay. Question number 1. How did you get involved in the sport of boxing?
I actually had my children, had gained weight, and my ex-husband, he knew I wanted to lose this weight, and he used to box in the military. So he said, the best way is boxing. And I was like, So when we moved to Northern Virginia, we found a boxing gym. I went there, and at the time, he was the owner of the gym, but he later became my coach. But for my whole career. And he was like, what you want out of this? And I was like, I don't know. I just want to fight. I want to lose weight. So he was like, would you box? Would you consider doing it? And I said, are you going to pay me? Because I'm not going to get hit in my face for free. That's a no-go. So he was like, yeah, well, maybe you'll get paid if you're good enough. And I said, well, you pay me, I'll be a world champion. And he looked at me like I was crazy. But when Trinidad, I became the WBC champion against the Mayweather team, he cried. He said, you told me. Yeah.
Apparently, you like getting paid because you did it 13 times.
You got that right. I like money.
So no, but you actually, a lot of people might not know this. You started pretty late as a boxer.
I started at 29.
29, and you still won 13 world titles.
Yep, by God's grace.
So any women that are out there listening to this, don't ever give up on your dreams. It's never too late.
Never. Because people will discourage you. This one man told my coach, I was fighting and I was in the amateurs and I was fighting, and this man told my coach, oh, how old is she? My coach said, oh, she's 29. I was probably like 30, 31 by then. 30 maybe. And he said, oh, she all washed up. He said, okay, I want you to stay in here and watch her. I dogged that girl. He was like, oh yeah, no, she got a little bit more spunk in her. So yes, never, ever, ever give up. And so what people say about you isn't what God got for you.
So no, this man thought you were all washed up, and that was even before your first world title, right?
You got that right, yeah.
Well, I bet you that man's eating his words now.
You know he is. My coach said, I wish we could find him now.
Oh, he don't want to be found, trust me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right, question number 2. What boxers have inspired you in your career?
Mike Tyson, because of his battle, because of his grind. Joe Frazier, the same reason, his battle, his grind. Like, that's a man that'll let you know, never give up on what you have and for your dream. Never give up. And my female, Ann Wolf, she showed me that trials and tribulations come, you know, but that don't hold you. It don't stop you. You can always get over an obstacle. And look at her today.
And I honestly don't think Ann Wolf has ever gotten the credit she's deserved in this
sport. Never. And she deserves a lot. She deserves a way lot more than some of these men have. She is amazing. She has come through a lot to get to where she is. And she never gave up. She kept pushing. And she inspired me to know. I had 2 kids. She had 2 kids. The only thing, she was homeless. And I had my kids. I was in a home. I was doing well. I was working. But I mean, I was working 3 jobs, you know. I was a single mom doing what I had to do. But I knew to never give up because I kept looking at her.
Wow, that's nice. That's good to hear. Question 3. What was your lowest point in your boxing career, and what was your highest point in your boxing career?
My highest was maybe winning my very first belt, the WIBA belt, I think. I had prayed that night. I had always prayed, Lord, if this is what you want me to do, bless me to be a world champion. And like you said, I guess it was for what he wanted me to do, because 13 times later, yeah. When they first gave it back, I cried. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, and I was just enjoying it. It wasn't like I was really training to be a world champion. I was training and fighting because I wanted to fight to win. And I just enjoyed it. But my lowest, I have my first loss. I can't say it was like devastating. You know, it did hurt, but I had went 20-some fights and hadn't lost. I had so many wins that I didn't think of. Like, you know, I just felt like, hey, I got this. Like, God is blessing me to keep going. I'm going to do this. But I look at the older, greater boxers, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, like all of them, they lost. But it didn't stop their career, you know? Yeah. The only one that got this thing going as far as not losing is Floyd Mayweather. Okay. But then, I mean, you lose, you still a champion if you lose. It's just if you come back, that's where you got to get up off the floor. Like, and I went through my first loss. I packed my kids up. We went home. My mom was like, you know, she knew I was sad because I lost. But then once she said, wait, I had planned to stay there for about a month with her. She said, why are you here? And I said, because I just need to clear my mind. I need to get away. She said, no, why are you here? I said, because I don't know how to handle this loss. I was there this was probably like my third or fourth day.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody know Medea, they know my mother. Her mouth was terrible. She said, get your A out my house, go in there, pack your S, get out my house, go back up there, get yourself together, get your A back in that ring, and you get back in there. You get signed another fight. I didn't raise you to be this way, no. And she was not playing. I had to pack me and my kids up and come back up to DC and get back in the ring like I had to get back in the gym and start it all over again.
Okay.
But if it wasn't for her, I don't even know if I had got back in there.
All right. Well, yeah, that's always good to have the strong support of your mom behind you, or your parents
definitely.
in general.
Yeah.
So, question 4: what is the first thing you did after winning your first world title? How did you celebrate it?
I came home and ate macaroni and cheese.
Oh, that's funny.
I sure did, because I'm telling you, that fighting camp, like training camp, woof. It was hard for me. I was not ready. And to take my macaroni and cheese away from me, I sure did. It wasn't no partying. It wasn't no going out. I came straight home and got the biggest bowl of macaroni and cheese that I could.
I asked another fighter that same question, and he said, I went and got a cheeseburger. I was so hungry.
Exactly. So, yes. Yes.
All right. Question number 5. Did you have any superstitions in boxing?
Yes. That is so funny, but I really think every fighter does.
And that's why I asked that question, because I know it's interesting to hear the individual answers.
Yes. I wear the same socks, always. The same black no-show socks, like Mike Tyson. And after every fight, I wash my clothes, I fold them, and my coach's mother, she gave me a rosemary, and that I lay across. Once I put my clothes in a special drawer, and I lay the rosemary across it. I don't touch it anymore to the next fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Question 6. If you could go on any reality TV show, which one would it be?
Ooh, Lord. I don't even watch TV like that. Oh man. I don't know. Any reality TV show.
Maybe Survivor.
Oh yeah, that would be good. But no, Lord, they out in the woods.
All right, what about Big Brother?
I don't know that one.
No, that's where they all sit in that house and they do competitions outside, and they got to stay in a house for a couple months together.
Oh Lord, I don't know if I could do that. I like my own personal space. Okay. Maybe it would be something. Oh, you know what? I did see the one. Oh my goodness, the Navy SEAL thing or something like that.
Oh, that new one. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I think I would like that only just to push myself. Okay. Like, and to see where I really stand.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact name, but I just saw the advertisement for it too. So I know what you're talking about.
Yes, I like to build. I love working out, and I like to push myself beyond the limit.
Okay. Question 7. If you could go on a date with any celebrity, who would it be?
Any celebrity. Maybe I love this guy. He is so sexy.
Don't say Denzel.
Hi. Is it who you say?
I said, don't say Denzel.
No, no, no. This is something. I would say tandem
Oh,
what is it? Tandem chain or something like that?
um,
Chain
yeah,
tandem something.
yeah. There you go. You said it.
Oh, he is so
Channing. Yeah, Tatum Channing. Is that how you
something
say it?
like that. Yes,
Okay.
he is so handsome.
Okay. All right. Question 8. What is the craziest or the funniest that story that ever happened between you and a boxing fan?
This girl, we was in the pocket. I mean, we're banging in the pocket, and she tells me we in a fight. She says she smells. She said your hair smells good.
Oh, that happened. That happened with an opponent.
And then
Oh my God.
we in the middle of the ring banging, and she says
And she's
your hair
sniffing your
smells
hair.
good. That is so. I had to step back. I couldn't smile or laugh, but I had to step back because I had to get myself back together.
Oh my God. Okay. Do you have any interesting stories though with a boxing fan?
Oh yes, Clarissa Shields fans are. Woo, they are the worst. When I tell you they love her, they love her. So we standing in the tunnel, and I have two. We standing in the tunnel, and when I tell you, I have my head down, I got my hood up, I'm waiting to walk out. When I say my assistant coach, they ran their mouth so much that my assistant coach, I had to hold him because he was ready to fight. When I say they talk so much trash to me, they call me everything but Tori and the child of God. But I knew, like, I couldn't let it get in my head. But he just was, I was like, oh no. And then my very first pro fight was against this number one girl in the United States. And she was white, I was black. But we walk into the ring. My main coach is in front of me. And he said, of all the things he could have said, I really had to I could have flipped, but I had to keep my coach straight. He said, lift your head up, let us see the N word that Shelly about to beat. I said, I stopped, but then my coach stopped. He turned around. He was like, what you just say? And he was really about to fight this guy, but they waiting for us to come to the ring. So I push him. And I'm just like, we'll see you after. I'm just like, wow. Of all
A
things,
fan said that?
a fan. Front row seat fan.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, oh wow. My coach was I know it took him probably to like the second bell, like to the second round for him to finally like be like in the fight. He was so done.
Yeah, they should have took him out of there for that.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. But you know,
All right, question 9. What's the best advice you ever got from another boxer and who was it?
Mike Tyson. And he told me he said, how many you got on your team right now? And I said, 3. So maybe 4, that does my other stuff. And he said, keep those. Do not change them. If one drop off, don't replace them. He said, because that person don't know you. And that would mess up your room when you're inside waiting. He was like, don't. Your team is a circle. You keep that same team and don't replace them. And I didn't so I was like, wow.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. I went through
Yeah.
that same thing. So, Question 10. Who's the one boxer, alive or dead, that you would want to sit down and have a conversation with?
Joe Frazier. Joe Frazier.
Okay. Question 11. Favorite female boxer?
And Wolf. Hands down.
Question 12. If you had a dinner party for friends, what would your theme be?
Oh my. I don't even know. A dinner party for free. I don't know. Living it up. Just live life and enjoy it.
Okay. Question 13. How has boxing affected your life in a positive manner and in a negative manner?
It has changed my life, my attitude. I had so much anger. I fought a lot as a child. I've been through counseling. I wouldn't talk to the counselors, to the therapist. That was a no-go. So I just held it in. So fighting got it out. So to go and box, like just hitting the bag in general before I started boxing helped me a lot. So that was my positive. It changed me because Lord knows where I would be now. And then my negative, in my mind sometimes, being a single mom, I used to ask my kids, because they didn't have a childhood. We was always traveling to go. When they got out of school, we would have to leave to go out to DC to train, to travel, like to spar. We didn't have it in our area. So I used to always feel like I was being a bad mom and making them miss out on their childhood. So that still plays in my head. And they tell me all the time, Mom, no. Like, how many kids can say that their mama's 13-time world champion?
Not anybody. None. Except for yours.
Yeah, and that's what she said. My daughter said, when kids asked about her mom, she'd be like, oh, I can say Google my mom. You can't say that. You know? So I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, just thinking that I was taken away from my kids' childhood.
Well, wait to see if you get put in the Guinness Book of World Records. Those kids are really gonna love that.
Yeah, you got that right.
They can carry that book around and say, look, my mom's in the Guinness Book of Records. Can you say that?
Exactly, right? Yeah.
All right, question 14. Have you ever been a hero or had to save someone's life?
Yes. A person was choking. I wouldn't call it a hero. It's just being in the right place at the right time. And I gave him the Heimlich maneuver, and at first it wasn't working. And then because it was a bigger person, I couldn't hardly get my arms around him. But then by God's grace, it finally came out.
So were you trained in CPR, or you just did it instinctively?
Yeah, I'm trained in CPR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
but I never wanted to use it.
So now, did this person know who you were, or was it just a stranger?
No, just a stranger.
Did they know who you were after?
Maybe after, but once they was fine and the rescue squad, I left. I never saw that person ever in my life.
So they don't even know they got their life saved by a 13-time world champion.
No. Well, they probably know by now.
Okay. No. Not everybody can say that either.
That's true.
So question 15. Do you have a favorite quote that you live by?
Yes. Suck it up and keep it moving.
All right. That's a good one. Question 16. What boxer do you believe right now out there is more hype than talent?
A lot of them.
Go ahead. Give me a list.
Okay.
I mean, I was only asking for one, but if you want to give me a list, you can.
No, I'm not going to be disrespectful. But I'm gonna just say a lot of. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Okay, but
Um,
you do feel there's quite a few of them out
oh
there.
yes, oh yes,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Question 17. What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Peanut butter. I love peanut butter ice cream.
Okay. Question 18. If you could have a boxing match with any fighter in history, alive or dead, who would your ultimate fight be with?
Only because I would love to see for myself in front of him his motions, his punch. I would love to see the way that Ali really moved. Muhammad Ali, I want to really see like his flow. You know, TV doesn't do it. Like in front of that person, that's totally different. I would love to see it.
So
So Muhammad
you
Ali.
caught me off guard with that. I thought you were going to say a female fighter, but that's an excellent pick
Yes.
to be in the
You
ring with
know,
Muhammad Ali.
to just see his flow, like he floated, to see how he moved, to see how his rope a dope like in front of me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. That's a good one. Question 19. What are the top 5 things an amateur boxer needs to know when they decide to turn professional?
It's not the same as amateur. Second of all, you have to really the headgear, once that come off, you really getting punched in your face. And amateurs, you feel like you have that protection. It's not there. 3, the competition is like more extreme. And if you make it to like world, you know what I'm saying, world status, like you're really fighting the best in the world. 4, always have people in your corner that you can trust. If you can't trust them, they shouldn't be there. They are your eyes outside the ring. And listen to them. Listen, because if you trust them, you need to listen. They can see things outside that you can't see when you in the pocket. And 5, do not try to showboat. It takes one punch. You can be winning the whole fight. Don't try to boast. Don't try to act like you nothing that you're not. And it only take one punch.
Okay, that's a good 5. Question 20. This is the last question. If you could have one superhero ability, what would it be?
You know what? This is so funny and ironic. I don't even watch anime, but I have a client that I personal train, and he loves anime and he watches it. My fans probably wouldn't care because I'd be knocking everybody out. But he called the one man punch. And he only got to punch you one time and you out, like you out. So could you imagine? That's kind of like Mike Tyson.
That's the ability you'd want to have. Just walk around and knock people out with one
Just
punch.
That's so terrible, ain't it? But I was staying boxing forever.
Oh my God. I could just imagine you walking down the street and somebody says something stupid to you. You just turn around, knock them out, and just keep walking. Just yell next. Just keep walking. Pick them up. Another one down, man down. Pick them up.
Oh my goodness. That is so funny. But you don't have to hear no mouth or anything.
I don't know how many dates you'd get though once men found out that was your ability.
Right. Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Because they
You
know
got me.
they would always be looking for it. They would wait, just be waiting.
They would be so nice to me.
Yeah, they would. Yes, they would.
You, you got me crying. Oh my goodness, that's so funny.
Oh man. Yeah, you'd be single for the rest of your life.
You right? Or it would be one or the other. I'd be single for the rest of my life. Or I had that one that just treated me so good.
Or you'd have to date a guy like Mike Tyson. That's it.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh man, that's so funny.
Well, listen, Tori, I appreciate you coming on and being open to all the 20 questions and having fun with us about it. You were a great sport, and your answers were wonderful.
Thank you so much.
You were so much fun to have on. It was an honor to have you on, and I'm glad you were willing to come on. And I feel honored that you canceled your plans for me.
Oh yes, it was all worth it. It was all worth it.
All right. Anything you want to say to your fans?
Thank you all so much for always supporting me. Follow me on Instagram at Tori Shownuff or go on my Facebook as Tori Shownuff Nelson and just let me know how y'all doing. Keep your heads up. Never let things get you down. Shake it off, suck it up, and keep it moving.
All right. And then hold on. And the truth has spoken.